Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining us this month for our Mudra series. Dawn and I are going to be taking you through two specific chakras for this month, the 5th chakra and the 3rd chakra, so the throat and the solar plexus, and we're going to be showing you how you can use these hands to allow energy to flow more smoothly, to clear blockages within your energy field, and to just generally keep you balanced. So join us this month for Mudras. Okay, so the first chakra we're going to cover is going to be the Matapura chakra, which is also known as your 3rd chakra. It's also known as the area of your body where your ego sits, and it's also known as the solar plexus. This is a really important spot. So we're going to be trailing through a couple different chakras throughout this month, so keeping this clear is going to be really important. Mudras are hand techniques that help to allow the energy flow of your body, instead of being released out, to reverse back through and create balance within your system. So when you're doing any kind of spiritual practice, also incorporating a mudra takes whatever energy that you're currently cultivating and it redirects it back into your body in a way to help the flow smooth and balance out your entire field. The first one that we are going to cover, we're going to do a few, but the first one that we're going to cover is going to be a little less complicated than some of the other ones. And Dawn has her favorites, and she has ones that are a little bit, that she finds to be a little bit more frustrating. So we're going to work through these slowly. So the first chakra that we're going to go through is the Matapura and the 3rd chakra. And I'm going to show you one of the easiest techniques on being able to cultivate and bring energy to this area of your body. So you take your hands and you place them in front of you with your palms facing outwards. And then you take your fingers, and without interlacing your fingers, you bring your hands up and you take your thumbs and you point them like this. So if you take a look, you can see the hands are not interlaced, they're just lying back to back. Thumbs are out. So your hands are pointing downwards. You want to try and do this anywhere from 5 minutes to half an hour, however you're comfortable, and then face it near or around that 3rd chakra area. So you almost want to see if you can get your arms down to the point where you're redirecting that energy back in and through as you breathe in and out deeply. You can feel like when it's held there and you take the breath, you can feel almost like this ability to bring in more prana or to open up that center just by directing that energy that way. So that is our easier Matapura or 3rd chakra mudra. There's a little more complicated one, and I'm going to walk down through this one because it's not necessarily your favorite. It takes a few more steps than usual, but it's sort of cool. So I wanted to show all of you this one as well. So what you do is you take your hands like this, and you leave your ring finger and your pinky finger intact together across from each other. See? And then you leave your thumb also. Both your thumbs together. And then you take your 2nd finger and you place the 2nd finger from the opposite hand over onto the 4th finger, the inside of the 4th finger like that. Got it? Okay, good job. And then you take the other 2nd finger and you cross over the top and you place that one also on the other side. So you want to take a look at how my hands have it right now. So they're both crossed over, fingers right in the middle. And you take these 2 3rd fingers and you tuck them down. You might take a little shimming with your finger, but you tuck them down so that you have this 2 little areas of your fingers that are poking out. They kind of create eyes. And then this section with those your 4th finger and your pinky touching. So it kind of creates like this face of a snake like a in a way. Okay. Does it look like a rabbit? Yeah. Kind of looks like a rabbit. Okay, if you spread those apart, especially see. No, but you kind of create like this snake look with your hands. And that Matapura chakra is a really interesting location of your body. It's one of your final chakras before the channel of your physical chakras, the first, second, and the third, are your more earth-based chakras, then transition to your spiritual chakras. So the sixth, the fifth, the sixth, and the seventh. That all intertwines and intersects at the heart. So this is one of the last passageways of the ego, or the presence of you believing yourself to be a human. So breaking it up is kind of an important thing. It's something that we do, and not breaking it up, that's the wrong word, but working with it to keep it clear so that it can be a channel for flow and not a channel for blockage is important. So this mudra is great, and then placing it again in that third chakra if you can is really amazing, or even just having it out in front as you're breathing in and out while you're doing the meditation. That is a super, super strong method of working with that third chakra for this month. Then we're going to move on to working with our fifth chakra, our Vishuddhi chakra, or our throat chakra. So this chakra is located right here. And incidentally, I forgot to mention, what color is this chakra, the third chakra? Yellow. It's a yellow color. And then up here in your throat, what color is your throat chakra?
Like a blue?
Yes, it's a light blue, like a sky blue, not a dark blue. It's a light blue. So that's going to be the next location that we're going to be in. And I'm going to show you, again, a simple technique for your hands and one that's kind of intermediate. So it's interestingly as this seems, we did the Manipura chakra and we did a technique with our fingers facing down. I want you to do the same thing. Bring your fingers facing down, but this time bend your fingers apart and interlock them. So interlock them all together. It's like knotting them together. A lot about this throat chakra is going to be about knotting. The throat chakra is extremely important for our voice, for our communication, how we speak, what we believe in. So this is a huge area to improve this, how our truth comes out, how we're able to sit and verbalize what we believe and how we feel. So in order to help that, this mudra is extremely useful. Interlacing those fingers, again, thumbs together, and you can do your meditation or even breathing techniques with your hands right there at your throat with those thumbs facing inwards. That is very amazing to open up that center and to help balance out your voice. So this is another really good one for that throat chakra throughout the month. Then we have one that's just slightly more complicated. A lot of the throat chakra mudras have a lot to do with interlocking. So this one as well is going to be more of an interlocking with the hands. So for this one, you take your hands, interlock them together, and you bend your hands in like this, and take your thumbs and put them inside, and almost create just like like a fist. Bend your thumbs in together, not pointing outwards. Because you're kind of hugging in your thumbs. You're kind of taking that area of your body and hugging it, giving it support in. And then you're lacing your fingers together at the bottom. So use them all together. You got it, there you go. So just like that. So it's another one that you can do also up here at the throat center, if you like, while you deep breathe. It's one that you can even place around your lap when you're doing any kind of meditation that's seated with folded legs. Anything like that is super useful. My final technique is going to be one that I really loved to show all of you guys because it aligns with the planet Mercury, and it's an area within your body that Mercury right now rules the throat chakra. So this is another throat chakra one, and it will help with communication just in general. So for this one, it's rather simple. It's one you can do during an asana practice, so physical movement. It's one you could do during your meditation, whichever you prefer. What you're going to do is you could choose either hand, left or right. Remember, left female, right male. So whichever one you think you need a little more help with in communication. So left hand is receiving, right hand is giving. So you're going to kind of think in your mind, am I having more trouble receiving love or talking about how I need things, or am I having more trouble at telling people and kind of being frustrated and expressing people, what I want. So depending on what that is, it's going to decide whether you're going to go on the left or the right. Or you may want to do what I do, which is just both. You might as well have a flow within both and try and make it as equal as possible. Why not, right? So for this one, it's rather simple. You're just going to take your thumb and place your thumb right here on that pinky finger. And you keep these fingers straight. And they might bend a little, depends on how your fingers kind of move or open up, that's okay. But either way, you want your thumb to be pressing on the joint of your pinky. So you can take kind of a look there, like that, and then just relaxing with them. You can put them in and out like this. You can put them up on the side like this, whatever you prefer. You can also do this seated. You could do this at your desk at work. You can do this when you're driving, whatever you feel like you're most drawn to. That is a great time. Or if you start to feel like you're just out of balance in general, that's wonderful to just take a moment to sort of bring this all together. So that is our Mudra series, and we are so grateful for the feedback that we've received on our Mudra series. So many of you love the hand mudras. I myself am a huge fan too, especially working with the flow of nadis or the flow of chakras even within your hands, and just how you can manipulate and how you can really utilize those to keep you nice and balanced. So join us again next month to learn more about whichever alignments will be taking place and how you can make sure that those alignments are within your soul and they help to align your balance and keep you nice and centered throughout each week. Thank you guys so much for joining us for the Yoga Astrology Mudra series. This is Dawn and myself, Jillian Grace. Have a wonderful rest of your day.